return of Dead Island. And we're back. Go back to the Dead Island Let's Play. Last part, we managed to get over to the fancy part of the city.
Yeah, just like Norman's. It's all about the money.
Where's your pass? Blowing the bridges was the only thing to do. It was the only way.
Go up here, apparently. There's a bunch of zombies that were holding
Over
the
here.
door.
I heard you talking to the mayor. I know where you can find what you need. Not far from here is a market. The problem is it was overrun by one of the rascal gangs. They'll kill you as quick as look at you. But I know a way through the sewers. It's not an easy trick, but you don't look the type that's easily discouraged. Interested?
Absolutely.
I'm in.
All the entrances to the market are barricaded, except for the one that very few know about. Head downstairs and talk to the guard at the door. That old drunk will let anyone through if you offer him a little favor. It's the only way.
Okay. Alright, Indiana Jones. We'll get to that in a minute. I need to explore this place and see if there's anything around here to fucking yoink. Immediately what stands out to me about this game compared to, say, like, Dying Light is just how much more colorful it is.
You think these barricades are strong enough?
I think as well it's just slightly silly. And Dying Light, I felt like it was just so boring. Like it should have been more silly, but as a result of just trying to play things so
Fucking
seriously,
freaks.
with all this cliche shit in there,
Noise attracts them.
it totally dropped any pretenses of being a fun or complete game.
Do you hear him out there?
Like, the base game without all the DLC just isn't very interesting. It's not funny, it's not charming, it's not even, like, unintentionally funny like this game and a few others like Resident Evil 5 or 6 were. It doesn't even have that going for it. Like, those games are like, oh no, people didn't like them. I don't like those people.
Sure there's an
Fuck them.
emergency plan in place. I need to. I'm not supposed to let anybody by, but I could turn a blind eye if you could do something for me.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm stuck here for the time being, guarding this goddamn gate. I can't even leave to have a bloody piss. So if you could go upstairs to the mayor's office and look for a bottle of booze, I'd appreciate it. Anything will do. If I'm gonna bloody sit here waiting for Doomsday, the least that pompous jerk can do is make sure I'm properly lubricated. You wanna do it?
Alright. Well, I happen to have that.
Thanks. That should wet my whistle for a bit. On your way, then.
See, another thing I like is that I'm actually interacting with people and they want to do funny favors. See, they don't mind if I go through as long as I persuade them with a bit of alcohol. They're not afraid of using, you know, mature themes as required things to get past in the main quest. And, yeah, that was sort of my problem with the way they had decided to, you know, have the shit in Dying Light, where it was just so boring. Characters are like... what fucking characters? I think that would be a much better, you know, description. What fucking characters? I can't name a single one. And I played the game for, I don't know, like, 5 to 6 days, and I couldn't fucking remember a single memorable character. There was this Russian guy, I guess, and he was pretty pissed off. Why? I don't fucking know why. Why was he angry? I couldn't tell you for the life of me. I guess he was just a pissed off drunk Russian or something. Okay, cool. This is kind of boring though. Kind of cliche. I'm thinking, you know, how original. Is there more to this game than just, okay, we're gonna fight against the Russian guy? Not really. No, unfortunately there wasn't. Which was a shame. I saw potential in this game, and especially its environments, but they didn't really have much. I guess there were some nice details, like you could, you know, make a guy surrender if you had pointed your gun at him, and he's got like a melee weapon. That could be cool. But moments like those were just few and far between. The zombies didn't have particularly interesting designs. I think the most interesting thing I could remember was, like, I guess there's a zombie kid. Now, the most interesting thing I can remember is how they straight up lifted assets from a game they canceled and then charged me money for it. Because the game was so fucking devoid of identity that they straight up just fucking put another game in there entirely. As if, you know, they couldn't even, you know, pretend that this game was unique, so they had to just fucking throw in another game in there entirely. Whack that bitch. What's that? Floater meat. I'll save this for later. Oh shit. It's a toxic poop chemical. There we go, that does it. There we go. Stabby, stabby. Oh, sewer drinks. Lovely. Got him. There were a few things that Dying Light had going for it, I guess, was the initial, like, setup of your secret agent who's gonna go in there and, you know, then you steal, like, some antizin or whatever the fuck it was, but then nothing comes from it. Like, okay, you got parachuted in by, I don't know, the CIA or some shit. You go in there and your mission is to fuck over everybody. Okay. Why? There's not even a revelation. It's just incredibly cliche. Fuck the orders. I'm gonna stay here and help anyway. Could I have had a choice in the matter? Yeah, I could have. But they decided, nah, fuck me. I'm not gonna let you. Why? I mean, isn't, like, betraying people and, you know, going in there my whole mission? If I can't even fucking complete my mission, why are you giving me this mission? Nothing would change in the story if I was just some ordinary schmuck who was just on the ground there. Why am I a secret agent? If you remove that entire plot, nothing hardly changes. Meanwhile, with Dead Island, it's like, you know, if you remove the guy on the radio, then you remove the entire point of getting out and exploring the world. Because your goal is to find the guy on the radio and get off the island. And that guy on the radio can get you off the island, right? Or at least, you know, that's what the fucking plot wants you to believe. I'm sure that fucking changed. With Dead Island, they had just enough silliness in there to kind of make it like I could overlook the cliche stuff, but no, in Dying Light they got none of that. They just didn't have anything going for them. And all I could think about was this game doesn't fucking run well, looks like shit. Super drab and boring. And by all means, I really enjoy the drab and boring looking games. Hell, I'm fucking playing one right now in the sewers, right? But the problem is, like, there's a shitload of effects on screen you can't turn off. And even with mods and different, you know, all kinds of other things, there was no way to effectively turn off most of the depth of field and, like, you know, raindrop effects. I just had to go look at other footage to make sure I wasn't getting literal fucking cataracts. But no, the game is actually that bad looking, and it is that disorienting to play. I don't have a problem with depth of field, as long as it looks clear enough, and there's, like, an intention behind the use of it, which is why I could overlook it in, say, like, Call of Juarez, where the depth of field in that game, Bound in Blood at least, in Gunslinger, the stuff can either be toggled, I think, or you can pretty clearly see they use it to indicate that you're aiming and focusing on that guy who you're having a duel with very clearly. If not, it's just kind of lightly used, I think. So it's not on like 24/7. Meanwhile, with Dying Light, it 100% was on 24/7, and it was incredibly disorienting as a result. The only things I can see they really changed in this game were like some of the shadows. That's about it. Look, I'm stuck. Get me out. Fuck it. It's gonna explode. Oh, it sure did. It sure did. Game-winning kill. 3 of spades. Hell yeah. That was worth it. Shame I don't have that anymore, but you know what? Fuck it. Alright, what do we got here in the inventory? High voltage. There's a shitload of parts in here. Whoop his ass. Oh, lovely. A lot of shit to grab. Nails. Fucking 17 bombs worth of other shit in here. Make a homemade fucking nuke in this place.
Some good luck for a change.
Savage Canabo. I don't know what that is. No, that's the wrong button. High voltage brutal sickle. Repair these. Let's go up a bit, see what else we have. Any mods I could make? Barbed wire, nail. Barbed wire or nails. That's a shotgun. I don't need to make that. Nah, I'm not gonna fuck with that. Okay, a bunch of shit I got for free. We're gonna jump over this. Kick the ass of anybody in my way. Awesome. Looks nice in here. I like the way that the light comes through the windows. There's no like sideways light, but there is a spot like right here thanks to that window. Windows are way better than Linux. You better believe it. Linux sucks dicks. Fuck Linux. Make sure to close the doors behind you because those bastards can't get through a fucking door. Dying Light, they could get through doors. Good thing this ain't Dying Light, because Dying Light also sucks. Unless, of course, the door is made of glass. In that case, they can get through it. Unless they can't. Num num. Energy drink. What else is over? Jeez Louise, this guy's got body armor. got a pistol. Yoink. What kind of pistol we got? Oh, we got a good pistol. That's excellent. Let me drop. Let's see here. We got. I'm gonna drop a flimsy splitting axe for a medium speed pistol. Need to find Jin. I use her for storage. What else do we have here? Oh, $3,000. Yoink. And an ID card. No signal. Well, I take the battery out of it. No shit. Rah! It's a good thing to have alcohol and other crafting parts on handy. Because you never know when some schmuck is going to want to get absolutely shit-faced. Actually, you can guarantee that almost every single person on this island wants to exactly do that, because, honestly, what the fuck else are they going to do? Yeah, can't break that. He's banging his head against the glass. Been there, done that. That was real fun.
Eh? Who the fuck let you in?
Bloody bastard!
You don't know when to give up!
You're fired. Right. They're here in the supermarket. It's a gunshot. Rang out like a bell. Bye-bye. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Cut them off!
Extra crispy. Gotcha, bitch. We'll love it. Oh, hell yeah, $1,000. What other skills do we have here? Level 1 lockpicks. Push to tackle enemies. Push the enemies away. Ability to tackle. Can ram through locked doors. I'm gonna increase the damage, and then I'll do tackle next. And then I'll do 15% regenerating health. That should do it. Gotcha, bitch. He's a punk-ass bitch. Num num. Num num. There's a fucking ton of supplies in here. It's a really good place to hold up. Locked inside of a fucking shopping mall. Need to upgrade my inventory slots so I can get more shit. More alcohol. Awesome. Spirit. I miss these kinds of fucking fridges. Used to see them all the time. They've been replaced with the same exact black ones. These places just used to have so much more color to them. You go look at grocery stores from like 2012, the biggest thing that's really ruining, I think, so many logos and designs is the flat, shitty Windows 8 design. Windows 8 used to look really nice because it had this bumpy sort of mix between, like, you know, real and fake shit. And it also had like a sort of art gallery thing going on. So it was like, you're not just seeing flat things that are static and don't move, like they were constantly moving. And they called it live tiles. Which, yeah, that makes sense because, I mean, it's supposed to feel like it's alive, right? Don't you want your menus to feel pleasant and very lively? I mean, you wouldn't want to use a menu that feels fucking dead and, you know, bereft of life, right? At least I wouldn't. I would think that would feel like shit. Turns out it does. So, what gives? What gives is they don't want to actually do their fucking jobs. They see a shortcut that they can abuse, and they 100% abuse it. Every single time. You give someone a crutch, they're gonna absolutely abuse the shit out of it. Happens every time. It happened with this kind of stuff at one point, but the difference was, with this sort of stuff, it was constantly trying to do new stuff with the same things, but the problem was they were still doing the same things. The appeal of games like these are that they are dirty, or that they're mature. They don't care about offensive shit being in them, because most times that's what sells them. If a game is refusing to offend me, I'm offended by that. Because it shows me the people who made it didn't have any care in their M-rated video games to really shock and amaze me. They didn't do anything that was so wild or crazy or out there that had some balls to fucking make. Shows me they're fucking cowards. Shows me they have absolutely zero care for what they're making. They don't stand behind it. They back down every single time they get a bit of backlash from a bunch of retards on Twitter. When they don't realize that these people will never be happy no matter what. So it's like, well, that's the thing. If they're not going to be happy with you, go satisfy the people who will be happy with you. You can't fucking fix the problems with your game by taking the advice of people who fucking hate it. If they hate your game, it's as simple as that. They don't like your game. So they would never enjoy it, even if you had tried to bow down to their demands. Even if you tried to cater to these motherfuckers, don't worry. They will find a new thing to complain about. They always do. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. You'll find out pretty quickly, it's always. But the thing was, I think the relationship between gamers and developers was way healthier back in, say, 2011. Because instead of it just being some horse shit, they don't actually innovate, they don't improve anything they do. They used to. They took all the feedback they got from this fucking game and decided to use it to their advantage with Riptide. They made some quality of life changes. The second game also. It still kept the silly charm of the original game, but instead of just abandoning everything the first game had because, oh, nowadays reality is offensive to dipshits on the internet, it fucking used what it had set up and just kind of kept it loose. The only thing they really had set up for the second game was it's going to be in LA. There's this guy who runs, and that's about it. That's the only commercial they made. It took so long for the game to come out that even Goat Simulator had made a joke about it. Like, they fucking made a parody about it, which was pretty funny. It's like, oh shit, where's the game? Because it never released, right?
Now what?
Got that bitch. I think that kick was just for fun. I didn't press that button. I think Sam B's having a little more fun with that than I am. A damaging battle double blade. Could probably upgrade that. I can't. I can't even pick it up. Well, okay. Lovely. Groovy. Here's another fun fact from Dead Island. But no, I think the relationship that gamers and developers had was much more positive. Like, if you complained about something, they would take it into account, but they wouldn't ruin the entire game to bow down to your criticism. Which is just fucking stupid. Like, fucking stand by what you made. Show me that you care about what you were doing, but you're also willing to take into account, you know, fixing issues that your game actually did have, and not just people being petty bitches. Well, the alarm is going off. Where is it? There we go. Nuclear bomb detected. Nuclear bomb deactivated. Sorry about that. But anyway. It's the thing that I think was really helpful about, say, like a game like Halo 4 to 5, where people didn't like the negative and kind of sad tone, so they lightened it up a bit. But then, because they grew up and all these people were having mental health issues, they didn't like the happy tone of Halo 5 and felt like it wasn't as serious as it should have been. Well, you got what you said you wanted. Now you're bitching that you don't even want it? Well, that's fun.
Killers are in here. Rascals. Thugs.
I thought Halo 5 was fucking awesome. I loved that game. Even the story mode. There was a lot of really cool set pieces and other fun shit to do. I liked the Warden Eternal. I liked all the boss fights. I just look at these videos and they're just hilariously negative. You know, there's a difference between sucking off a multi-billion dollar corporation's dick and just enjoying a video game that most people hate. You're not allowed to enjoy that game, huh? Why? What are you gonna do to me if I enjoy Dead Island and you think Dying Light is better? What are you gonna do to me? You're gonna do jack shit. It's not a fucking contest. It's not like, oh, you can't just enjoy these things, or you can have different opinions. It's like, you know, people get it in their heads nowadays because of a lot of online horseshit drama from like 2016. They've been indoctrinated into thinking that it's like you can't have the good without the bad. You need to have fun, but it must be at someone else's expense. It always is about sticking it to the man. No, it's not. What happened to just playing a video game and just enjoying it? Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Penis politics. These people don't like video games anymore. You think these people fucking rant about how much they hate political figure, you know, A or B today because they like fucking video games? Of course not. Video games were never about, you know, in their eyes, it was never really about the games at a certain point. It was just about, I want to fucking control you and I want to fuck with your emotions. That's what it became at a certain point. I want to bitch and whine and complain. Fuck you if you disagree with me. It's just fucking stupid. See, I want to be able to just have a one-sided pissing match and use the internet like a giant dump truck. That's so unhealthy. You know, I think if anything, there was a great showcase of just how this terrible cancerous attitude has really infected so many things that were just once really nice. I think the H3 content cop really showed just how hypocritical both of these idiots had become with Ethan and Ian. And it really showcased to me that, like, they no longer care about just making fun videos. They want to fucking have horseshit political, you know, jargon all throughout their videos instead of just, you know, making fun, memorable stuff. What matters to them is convincing you that they are right and fuck you if you disagree with me. The only thing that matters to them is that. So if that's like the only thing they can fucking devolve into is petty, childish pissing contests, why would you ever want to interact with that? I wouldn't. You know, I used to enjoy these people and their content because they opened boxes and there was funny shit in them. I used to enjoy this content because it was really entertaining at a certain point. Maybe trusting it that much was a bad idea in hindsight because, oh fuck. How did I get outside? How did I get here? What the fuck? What is this? Hold on, I'm fucking quitting. Hold on. Yeah, that's not supposed to be where I am. I'm not gonna fucking continue without getting myself an assault rifle. There? Where? That did not pop up. Oh shit, shooting.
And you right here! You're not leaving alive!
There's some guy off in the distance. Gotcha, Harry Potter. Hagrid can't save your ass now. Avada Kedavra. Fuck. The assault rifles have vanished. Okay, well hopefully there's another assault rifle I can like buy or something. Still got a shitload of money, I guess. Weak hammer. Fuck me. Every single time I try to get a newer gun, I get fucked up. What is all... There's a bunch of damage numbers over there. I'm gonna go investigate. Oh, the doors are reset. Fucking Bug Island here. What is happening? Lucky me. Okay, let's go through here. Oh shit, he's respawned. Yeah, this gun sucks. Oh. Get up, motherfucker. Come get me. You're fired. Come get me. You're fired. Burn in hell, bitch.
You wanna get beat down?
You sure did. Alright. Should be some more, like... Ah. There's that motherfucker. I'll take it. Inject myself with questionable fluids. Alright, I guess there's the Bank of Benoit. How'd the truck get here? Let's go back and see if I can respawn the assault rifles. But as I was saying, it's like, you know, if all this shit just evolves into, like, petty bullshit arguments that seem like a bunch of adults acting like a bunch of 7-year-olds, it's just stupid. Ironically enough, trying to, you know, undo this shit only really validated the opinions they had like a decade ago. I look at like all this, you know, political horse shit they fucking talk about in their fucking videos, and it's like, is this why you're not making fun videos where you unbox shit anymore? Is this why you're not saying things that were kind of funny and edgy anymore? Yeah, it is.
Do that again?
Is this why they're not playing video games anymore? Absolutely. iDubbbz was a game developer. Yeah, he made this game called Think or Swim. It's a little hard to find it, though, seeing how he's tried to erase just about every single memory of it, because the way that these political people think is that games are evil and kill every game. Fuck having fun, it's not allowed. We need to replace all of your video games with AI porn. That's the only fun that we're allowed to have, because we're insecure about the way we look. Why? Probably because they cut off their dick and decided to be a woman one day. I mean, there are people who do that for very natural reasons, but it's like, these people are clearly taking advantage of shitty, you know, hey, feel bad for me. You don't fucking deserve my empathy. You earn that. It's not given. It doesn't mean fuck you by default. It means innocent until proven guilty. And naturally, I think that's just something that they seem to think is like, well, if you're not with me, then you're against me. Oh, you see how well that did Darth Vader, didn't you? See how well that tends to do most movie villains? That sounds like something that a powerful villain would say. You know, iDubbbz would be critical of H3 being shitty and coercive and manipulative, but he's also done the exact same shit to his own audience, giving them like a fucking ultimatum saying that if they don't agree with him, they're not empathetic
Let's see
people.
what we got.
Isn't this the same shit he fucking poked at Keemstar for in like 2016? You go back and look, and yeah, it totally fucking is. So, the only thing he proved is that once he got some pussy, he wasn't any better than the people that he was critical of. What changed? The woman. Everybody fucking knows this shit. Nowadays, he's kind of devolved into a channel that speaks some common sense while talking about a load of horse shit that's happening right in front of his eyes. He'll look at the state of a lot of places in the world and say, this is normal. Even though the streets are run down, there are people running around with machetes. There'll be all manners of just terrible fucking videos he's making. And it's like, dude, what you are saying is a normal thing, but what you're showing is the exact opposite. So you're making it seem as if rioting, killing people, raping them, robbing their fucking houses in the name of diversity and inclusion is somehow just an okay thing, and we should all accept it and be robbed and raped and pillaged and killed and and looted and whatever the fuck else. Wouldn't be shocked if these motherfuckers want a zombie apocalypse in real life, because it's the fucking way they act. Like the undead. I mean, when you realize a lot of this shit has ties to Freemasonry and Satanism, you realize the only thing they get off on is just hurting people, making them suffer and fight without any reason. Yeah, you start to see the truth. Why do they hate the army? Why do they hate video games? Why do they hate fun? It's because that they can't get this idea out of their heads. They have to feel justified by hurting somebody else. When they feel hurt, they feel, instead of getting help for it, that they need to take it out on others. So they do. What I did, instead of doing that, was just finding out, okay, what's really causing this pain? I don't have an outlet. Well, I did. Turns out, I just wasn't using it. So what's the best way to use an outlet? Oh, gee, I don't know. There's this lovely thing called Dead Island. You can just play video games on YouTube.com. You don't have to be particularly good at commentary. It certainly helps if you like, but, I mean, you can just play old video games, and guess what? You'll get like a few dozen people to show up.
You don't want to pass up anything useful.
When I compare the culture of like 10 years ago to today, it's night and day. The whole thing, it's a night and day difference. The only thing they have, culture-wise, is just shitting on other people. Pooping on their party. That gets really tiring. Inevitably, you realize the only thing they derive enjoyment from is just hurting people. You can only... It's like with AFV. The reason why I stopped enjoying AFV, America's Funniest Home Videos, is because it always devolves into the same exact bit every single time. Person falls down. Funny. It's really not. Like, at some point, you gotta ask yourself, okay, is this really as funny as I think it is, or am I just fucking putting more effort into enjoying this thing than there really is worth bothering with? And, yeah, that's what I found out. You know, it was the same thing with that. It was the same way with, for a while, it was a lot of games I was playing. It wasn't that the Xbox 360 stuff was particularly bad. It was just like I was playing the wrong shit, and I didn't know better because I was 12. I only knew after the fact that these people had taken over and what their intentions were not particularly good. They wanted to hurt and kill me. They wanted to fucking come to my house and steal my shit. They wanted to lock me in prison and live in my fucking house. Replace me with a bunch of fucking Indians or AI. It's fucking stupid. You get to see what these people are when you think you're not there. You know, when they think you're not listening. It's the kinds of things they say that really show you who they are. When they're under the impression that you're not listening, or you're really not there. And it says everything you need to know. When Valve thinks I'm not listening, they think they can go ahead and do a bunch of horse shit where they steal my fucking games. When Xbox isn't there, they think they're gonna influence any form of political shit. They're not. When people think that I'm not listening, they think they're politicians. They're not. You don't have any control over it. So why worry about it then? The only reason I bring it up is simply just, like, looking at where the fuck they're actually putting their effort. It's not into making a better game. It's not into making better videos or content. It's it sure as fuck isn't into making anything that's worth a damn. They stopped doing that about a decade ago, and sex is the reason why. It ruins it, you know? You can't just have a fun thing. It needs to be at someone else's expense. You can't just have a fun, interesting environment. No, let's put some sexualized Asian woman wearing no pants and a dress every single time in this thing. If you just want to play an old game, fuck you. Eat shit and die. Go buy the new one. And it's always that way. It's just so weirdly dismissive and aggressive. Like, who the fuck hurt you? That's not my fault. You know, it's not my fault. I wanted to just play a video game and have fun. Nah, fuck you. I'm not going to empathize with you because you're an American man. Like, what? What does that have to do with anything? Hail Hydra. Oh, okay. And they're just lost in their own ideas, saying a bunch of horse shit. It's like, well, okay, if whatever fiction they want to believe is real, I guess Hydra is real, so that's why I fucking joke about it. Okay, I guess if you can believe whatever the fuck you want and no one gives a shit, well, there you go.
Load it. We're covering you.
God damn it.
Oh, I need that assault
They're
rifle.
coming.
Oh, shit. You've got company. Hurry up.
How did we even get here? We're on a bridge suddenly. We going into the sewers? I don't know. But yeah, meanwhile, games like these, they show you evil, and then they show you kind of what the best in people is. When faced with insurmountable evil, you get to see who people really are. Nice. Just run into enemies. I'll give it a shot. Let's see, where's the eviscerator? Let me replace the shotgun with the eviscerator. It's a ninja sword. Oh, awesome. Oh, I fucking rammed him.
Just fucking die.
Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Sam B. Alright. So yeah, it's disappointing to see what they've become, but it's like, on the plus side, them going the way they had actually led to me finding a bunch of other content that otherwise, if they hadn't gone so bad, I probably would have just trusted their opinions almost forever and never second guessed these things, never would have said like, hey, maybe this thing's not entirely a good idea, maybe you shouldn't do that. I never would have looked at those things that they had said and did. Oh boy. It's a good thing I wasn't point blank with that motherfucker. This sword's got longer reach than I realized. There we go. Come get me. Gotta sort it out there. He. But yeah, I ultimately found a bunch of really interesting content that otherwise, if not for things going so poorly, I wouldn't have ever found, and it really, I think, reinvigorated my interest in a lot of these old games, older media, stuff that otherwise people no longer seem to really care about. And it's the Xbox 360 stuff that's particularly interesting to me because it's this abandoned console. Long since should be out of date, but yet seemingly this out-of-date technology seems to feel more alive than anything we seem to make now because it was made by people with a working brain. It was made by people who care about what they were saying and doing, not just some corporate fucking suit. And hell, even the games that were made by just some corporate fucking suit. Gotta get out of here, this thing's hurting me. It's fucking radioactive. Yeah, I could really tell by, like, I don't know, the green. This just looks like water. I passed through the other water earlier just fine. I mean, if this was, like, shocked or electrocuted or something, I could understand that. But anyway, see, I can poke at shit that's unsatisfactory in these games. Not because I hate these games, but because I love this game. And I'm like, okay, well, why is this hurting me? When I go into this water, what's really dangerous looking about that, right? I mean, if it was like lava or some shit, or if it was like that barrel has nuclear waste written on it, or there's a sign that says, right here, caution, biohazard, don't go in. Nuclear waste detected in your area, some shit like that. Okay, I can understand that. Pretty clearly says there's a shitload of nuclear waste. Literally or otherwise, I suppose, because this is a sewer. Then yeah, I can understand that, but there's nothing really glowing green there or nothing, so it doesn't look radioactive. Now granted, I've not really fucking seen radioactive waste, but I mean, I've seen the way it fucking looks in like 99% of fucking media, so since this game is going to use all the cliche shit, you might as well. Oh fuck, I spent most of my money on the Eviscerator, but this thing deals like 1,415 damage now, so lucky me. I'll take that. The Striker, what's this do? Oh, a small flamethrower. I can do that. And I'm gonna take the Striker gun and upgrade the shit out of it. Even better. I think that's even better than the pistol I have. The shock pistol. Yeah, it's even better. Fucking deals 2,000 damage. So I'll take the skewed pistol. And then I'll upgrade the skewed pistol. I think that's the one. Yeah. Have enough money for it? I do not. Fuck. What is that noise? I think our base has been attacked by zombies. I have a slight suspicion. However, of course, no proof. Nothing concrete, at least. See the Striker pistol. What do we got here? Yeah. Shit's knocked over. Blood. I mean, I think our base is fucked. You're fired. Uh-oh. What comes around goes around, bitch. See, when you walk into this shit, it's like, okay, damn, all those people just got fucked. Very thoroughly, too. I mean, hell, that door was getting banged on while I was still here. See, this tells me that just about fucking anything could happen, and you'd never know. That's one thing I like about this game is, you know, it's the same thing I like about a lot of these war games, where they didn't have like a musical stinger in a lot of cases. It would just be like, you'd find out that the base is fucked when you get back. That's a big dude. This base is fucked. The big guy's trying to take cover, because I got a gun. Need to set him on fire. Use this. Oh shit, I set myself on fire. Danger, motherfucker. high voltage. Yeah, this base has been compromised. Oh shit, I think he's getting up here. There we go, set him on fire. Get in the doors. There's one door here. Slice and dice. Fuck. He killed me. Yeah, it's also really hard to survive a fight without much ability to fucking move backwards when you get killed, but, you know, to each his own, I suppose. It's a good thing they give me a bunch of temporary health if need be. I like to use that mechanic. I mean, it's the same mechanic in Left 4 Dead, where it's like the pills and all that, but you can't actually use the pills. I think it's just like, could be anything from fucking Oxycontin to acetaminophen maybe, but I'd never fucking know. Honestly, I'm gonna defer to my prior judgment and say it's probably Oxycontin, just simply because of the pain resistance. You ain't gonna feel shit. That's most certainly not CETA approved ibuprofen. No dog. With the way these characters act, 100% Oxy. Lewis is on some straight up amphetamines again. Got ourselves extra snacks. Now, it would be nice if I could just fucking carry the snacks with me wherever I go. Debilitating nail hammer. Yeah, I mean, this base seems pretty debilitated, so I would say it worked, but not in the way you thought it would. I think down here is the boss fight, and I'm gonna walk into this bitch and he's gonna insta-kill me. Yeah, there he is. Trying to pull a sneaky one on me. No, he was not gonna insta-kill me. He got fired. I need to get those assault rifles. Because they're gonna start sending guys at me with assault rifles now, and I guess they're gonna assume that I was able to pick the shit up, even though I accidentally pressed a button and through no fault of my own got screwed out of assault rifles. The game didn't show a fucking objective indicator, so if I had any indication that I was able to, like, fucking actually have a way to get the assault rifle before actually triggering the trigger to continue the game, then it wasn't showing up. This game is literally broken and buggy, so the way forward was not obvious. I accidentally clicked a button and fucking
Maybe there's
won the
something in
map,
here.
which I didn't want to do. The reason why I didn't want to win is because I wanted an assault rifle. Wanted a fucking full auto weapon, but no, I can't have a full auto weapon, unfortunately. There's no full auto in the buildings. I don't know how the fuck she got down from God there, but more you know, I guess. Kind of more of a fan of the shock pistol. Let's see if I can upgrade that shit. Yeah, the fire pistol isn't quite as cool. Well, out we go. It's gonna burn him. Knife to see ya. You would love this. You'd just die. Alright, the eviscerator. Okay, I think they're burned. How do you like your zombie? I like mine well done. And then instead of eating them, I just go eat the snack bars that are right next to them. Alright, It's time to explore. Oh, this isn't the playable area. What the fuck? You kidding me? You're telling me you just opened a door and you're telling me that's not the playable area. This is not the playable area? Why? Why can't I go out here? You just made this whole city. I can't fucking play in it? Okay. Fuck me then. Alright, you guys, fuck you then. I'm leaving. Fuck this place, shut the door. I guess I gotta go kill the purple guy. Oh no. He's a zombie too. Yeah, he never liked it. Well, I did, but I didn't like this horse shit. What the hell is happening with the hip fire? Whee! Boom. Alright, let's open the door. Kill him with a ninja sword. Alright, got him. Anyway. Enough YouTube drama shit. Back to the fun-ass game. Games like these are how I really enjoy spending my time. I got really burned on just so much of YouTube becoming a petty pissing contest where anytime you want to have a discussion with people, it often just devolves into playground fucking insults and arguments that become more and more verbose to avoid people, you know, people calling each other mean and nasty words.
Let's see what we got here.
If you say a bad word, then you're not allowed to be on YouTube. Unless you are for some reason. Well, I just don't like the uncivilized discussion that a lot of it's devolved into, so I decided to opt out and just not bother. I mean, if people aren't going to say anything nice, you might as well not say anything at all. Unfortunately, YouTube has kind of taken that to mean, oh, well, that means we get to censor you because you'll never say anything good, right? No, I would still like to be able to fucking talk. Regardless of how many times I say fuck or not, that doesn't seem to much, you know, determine your ability to affect my freedom of speech. I'm a U.S. citizen. I have the right to freedom of speech. I also have the fucking right to do whatever the fuck I please. Here on YouTube.com, long as I'm obeying the rules and what they've written in the rules, that's that, you know? Oh, we don't like these people. Okay, what rule says that, you know, what rule makes it okay to discriminate against white Americans in your algorithm? But seemingly if you have a bunch of these people talking about horseshit politics, that's okay, but it's only okay as long as it's a certain political view, that being left-leaning. Okay, that's okay, but you're not allowed to have it be right-leaning. Why? I don't know. It seems really fucking weird. Really sketchy, too. You look into it, there was a great YouTube channel called Yet-T, who made this video called YouTube's War on You. And, I think in particular it was very, very informative, because it really fucking showed how YouTube has gone from a platform that once was about just, you know, having fun doing whatever the fuck you like, to now just coasting by on that perception from 2006, even though nowadays it's totally deteriorated into just people getting into pissing matches, which is just fucking stupid, because YouTube has joined in on the pissing match stuff, and there were other channels like Gokunaru who pretty blatantly showed that YouTube was straight up protecting hate speech. There was this black lady who was on a YouTube-owned channel that said, if you see a Nazi, punch him. That's straight up hate speech. That's not okay. That's illegal. Was any action taken against this woman? Nope.
I'm putting you down!
In fact, more action was recently taken where if you want to live stream on YouTube, you can only do so if you're not speaking English. Like, why is it that seemingly every quote-unquote bug always seems to be anti-American and anti-English. Every other language except for English, one of the most fucking spoken languages in the world, seemingly now not okay for YouTube. Is YouTube just fucking ran by Skullface? Like, are they trying to play Metal Gear Solid 5 in real life? Because that's just stupid.
Getting the hang of this.
It's just fucking stupid. The levels they've gone to, stupid the levels they keep stooping to. It's just dumb. Get some extra slots here. But yeah, you can still use YouTube in that same way. It just is like 50-50 as to whether or not it'll actually be successful. Usually if you're playing a game, it has to be the right game at the right time, and you can never tell what the fuck it'll be. Because seemingly there'll be something as niche as Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 mods that on my channel will get like 2,000 views. But then I'll play something else that's equally as niche called Captain Blood. And then nobody gives a fuck. But like I say, I don't play this shit for views or attention. Naturally, I would like people to see it, which is why I put them out there. But being popular isn't why I'm doing this. It's about having fun. Because if you're not here to have fun, then why the fuck are you here? Oh, to control people. Yeah, you're really gonna control people on YouTube.com. You're really gonna fucking control me. No, you're not. Really gonna fucking change the world making retarded political videos, iDubbbz. H3 and whatever the fuck YouTube wants to do, because in 2016 there was a bunch of horseshit misinformation by CNN and, you know, reportings on rumors because they didn't like Trump. Okay, I fail to see how that's my problem, so why is this being made into my problem? Because they're a bunch of opportunistic dickweeds, that's why. They want to say that you can be inclusive and friendly, except when they're given an opportunity to be inclusive and friendly to people who are different than them, they're actively fucking hateful. It's like, that's not inclusive or friendly. So how can you say that you're being inclusive and friendly to all of these people? You're being inclusive and friendly to everyone, yet you constantly make it at the expense of one race and gender. That's just stupid. That's not friendliness, that's discrimination against another group of people who you dislike. Seems to me like these people are the ones who spread all of this horse shit. And they know it's fucking fake and performative, but they just don't care. They become the very thing that's like part of a video game from 2016 or 2011. Meanwhile, there's no fiction that protects them. There's no sort of voice in their head that comes to this, you know, come to God moment where they say, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, or if there is, that person promptly gets fired and replaced with an automated text-to-speech bot.
Maybe there's something in here.
Here in this old video game, I get to do fun shit like go in the sewers and play with zombie physics. That's fun. He's got a battered stick. Yet seemingly the battered stick deals more damage to me than it does to him. Why? I don't fucking know. Zappy. Stabby stabby. See, when that guy fucking dies, he disintegrates into a cloud of red shit. He evaporates into red blood. Even though it might not have the best fidelity, it certainly feels impactful and punchy when you slow down the fucking camera and deal a finishing blow like that. Like that. Bang. That feels punchy, weighty, and impactful. And then you fucking have the zombies. Do they disintegrate within 3 seconds despite having like 4 times the processing power of this console? No, they don't. You know, when I played this game on Xbox 360 versus Xbox One, they disintegrate within like 5 fucking seconds. They have more processing power. What is the holdup here? The holdup is lazy optimization techniques.
This bitch going down!
It's not that these people lack the capacity to do some really fucking crazy shit like this. Or when you kill that guy, his head fucking bleeds and then decals are put on the ground. No, it's that they just don't want to. It's not that these systems aren't already made and exist and can totally just be ported over to these new engines, because they totally could. I mean, you look at this shit, I can fucking read the text on that. This is why I say this game has better visuals than Left 4 Dead. That's why I like this game more than Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead has shitty visuals that have aged like garbage. The only thing it got by on, I think, was mostly just it's a linear roller coaster ride. It's simple and easy to pick up and play, but like this requires a little bit more effort and time. Which seemingly I can watch these people who will put like 5 hours of watch time into a retarded video essay that then always seems to devolve into some dipshit talking about politics. Or how they can't get sex, and I'm like, this is the same fucking thing 7,000 times. Oh fuck. He killed me. Son of a bitch. I hope that machete's back there, because if it's not, I'm gonna be pissed. This is why I don't throw the sword. Oh, yep. Sure is. He's at least somewhere anyway. Boom, bitch. It's electric. I think the electricity effect deals more damage than the eviscerator. What the hell was my guy doing? He's fucking checking his time? Checking his wristwatch. Interference in the tunnels. Fucking numbers and shit. Static. It's a level 30 floater. Stun locking. Gotcha. Bye-bye, bitch. He's toast. And he also had $1,703 on him. It's one of my favorite versions of Windows 10, 1703. My support for Windows 10 ended a long time ago, but guess what? I'm still using it just fine. Playing it right now. Oh, you need to update your computer to have the latest security. No, I don't. It's fucking working, isn't it? Oh, but it has security issues. Okay, what are you gonna do to me?
Let's see what we got here.
Go ahead, tough guy. Tell me what you're gonna do. Oh, if you don't update to Windows 10, what? What'll happen? Nothing. If you update to Windows 11, you'll have a shittier, worse running, slower computer. Seemingly this was okay to say back before COVID, now it's not. What changed? They got sponsored by Windows CD keys websites. Oh, so naturally they have an incentive to change their minds and change this horseshit narrative they've been fucking saying when it suits them and when they can make money. Oh, so that makes sense. Buy Windows 11 so I can needlessly make your computer run like shit and force you to spend more money. Or you could just stay with the nice computer you already have and maybe don't need to upgrade, because what are they offering you of value? Ask yourself, you know, it's like, this is why I don't use Windows 11. This is why I switched over to a lot of this older stuff. It works. If it's good, it still works and it helps you, then that's all there is to it. I think everybody, you know, it's one thing I'll agree with iDubbbz on. I think everybody needs help. I agree. Including you, dude. But, you know, I don't know a single person there is who couldn't use more help. I'd love more help. I'd love people to help me with my video game, for instance. I'd love to be able to have that video game go crazy. I'd love people to play it. Will they? I doubt it.
I'll fuck you up!
I'm skeptical, but I'm not gonna not try. Despite my skepticism, it's like, well, if these people say they want a thing, and they constantly show and demonstrate that, you know, hey, we all like the same shit, right? Well, let's give it a try. Shoot your shot, right? Miss 100% of the shots you don't take. There's another effect I like here is all the floating blood and all these bubbles. I also like the splashes. They're like low resolution, but it really looks nice. I'm in the water. Little bubbles. I like these ripple effects too. These are nice. Heads up. The violence in these games ultimately makes you just kind of a calmer person, I think, throughout. They make you, when you're able to be confronted by evil, you see the good in others. Conflict ultimately is a thing that, when used correctly, can make a game more rewarding to play. But if the conflict is just trying to enjoy the fucking game itself, that's when they've gone overboard, because they've done a bad job. The biggest problem I have with so many games now is they're just unrelatable. It's not like, oh, they're not made for you. They're not made for anybody. Who the fuck enjoys being subjected to these stressful, harmful fucking games that want to be, you know, that are made by people who just want to kill you? Not you as a player, you as a person. Because they hate everything you stand for. It's like, this is not my fucking problem. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. Nobody I fucking know wants that. No, most people just want to pick up a game and fucking play it. Biggest reason why I couldn't get into Baldur's Gate 3 is because of all the weird bestiality bullshit they have in there. Are you trying to sell this game to perverts? Are you trying to sell this game to 12-year-olds? Yeah, that's pretty gay. Immediately when I see that sort of shit in a medieval fantasy game, it tells me the developers didn't actually care about taking their own setting terribly seriously. They just wanted you to be able to fuck bears because they get their rocks off by it. It's not my fetish. I'm not interested in playing with myself when I play a video game. I'm much more interested in the fun exploration, going through spooky places and roller coaster rides and exploring worlds. Not this weird degenerate Tumblr shit. Or the shit that used to be, and I guess still sometimes is, on the ass end of YouTube, literally. Just because, like, I guess YouTube's AI moderation doesn't fucking really give a shit about all the degenerate pornography that they tend to have on this website. It's not particularly hard to find either, which is the disgusting bit about it, just because I know there's zero moderation for this kind of shit. You can light him on fire in the water. Damn.
How you like that?
Oh, damn. That's a mass murder. There we go. It's one thing I like about this texture. Even though it's not particularly high resolution, it's really bumpy. And that's the thing I think that helps so many, games from this time, is like they might not have the best textures in the world all the time, but usually they look really dirty, so it kind of sells the illusion of, okay, this is a real place. But yeah, it's like, it's the same fucking cliche character. If it's not some Asian woman, usually without pants on, which is just fucking weird. Because why the fuck are people putting all of their fetishes out in the fucking public? That's just really embarrassing. Like, you can't go one comment section without having that, and it's just like, Is this a social media platform or is this a public beating off session? I'm not interested in the second, so Dead Island for me it is. I really like the adventures I go on here, helping people and being a cool guy, being an action hero. That's fun to me. And it doesn't have to be like an army guy. Usually I defer to army guys because I grew up playing Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty. So that's more what I'm familiar with, but nah. Don't fall in love, people. You will waste your time, you'll feel like shit, and you'll have nothing to show for it. Waste a lot of time and money, too, on a bunch of kids who hate you eventually. Like Green Goblin once said, in spite of everything you do for them, eventually they'll hate you. I would know. I used to be 12 once. Used to think all the same shit that people are doing now with AI was cool. I realized that was pretty embarrassing and decided to keep it to myself. Cause, yeah, that's just gross. Sickens me. Meanwhile, Dead Island here feels really awesome to play, so that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna focus on that next part instead of getting all preachy about retarded politics shit again. Take care.